Okay, here we go. Bar chords. Bar chords, first, you got to get used to this. Okay, maybe 2 fingers, B and E string. They should come out clear. Move it on over to 3 strings. See, my thumb just right in the back, right underneath my index finger. Now move it over to the 4 strings, and now you can kind of like maybe use this finger for extra support. 4 strings. Again, thumb right in the back, right underneath the index finger. 5 strings, extra support. And finally 6, all 6 strings. Should be able to make it come out clear, each string. Okay, now that's 1. Now your index finger is tooken. It's being used. Now you have to form your chords with these 3 fingers now. The same chords as you've done before in Guitar 1. So we're going to be forming an E chord, an A chord, and the E7 shape chord. Okay, these are the chord shapes. So let's bar. Okay, bar the 3rd fret. Okay, now with these 3 fingers we need to form the chord E. Okay, on this chord, our index finger here on the E string, this E string, the chromatic scale, the notes on your fretboard on the E string, E, open, 1st fret is F, F sharp, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, G, note, okay, G sharp note or an A flat note, 4th fret, 5th fret is your A. Okay, that chromatic scale, so your index finger, wherever it's at on the E string, when we're forming an E position on the chord, that's going to name the chord. Okay, so 3rd fret is a G. We place a E chord, 3rd fret, G, place a E-shaped chord, we have a G chord, all 6 strings that you strum. Okay, now if we move it back 1, it's either a G flat or it's a F sharp, because 2nd fret, it's got the accidentals. So here's a F sharp, here's a F chord, 1st fret, F sharp, G, G sharp, here's a A chord, 5th fret, 6th fret, A sharp, 7th fret, B, 8th fret, a C. Starting to get high in pitch as the higher you go up, but all of these have an E shape, E chord shape, and naming the chord is going to be your index finger depending on what fret you are at. So 3rd fret, here's your G if you're playing an E shape. Okay, now this gets your major chords. Okay, now here's a minor situation. Okay, so we'll make a minor by taking your ring or your middle finger out of the equation. Now we just have an E minor shape. Okay, we can put that up there for extra support. Now we have a G minor because, well, we're on the 3rd fret. Same thing, but now we're catching minor chords. So 3rd fret, index finger, 3rd fret, and we have a minor shape, so it's going to be called G, and then we're playing a minor shape, minor, G minor. Here's a F. Here's a F. We're at the 1st fret and a minor here. So F minor, F sharp minor. Ooh, that sounded a technical name. F sharp minor. F sharp minor. Here's a G minor, G sharp minor, A minor, 5th fret, and a minor shape, A minor. Okay, now scoot back down here, and we're going to play a 7th position. 7th, an E7, E7 chord, same thing. 3rd fret with our index on the E string, that's a G note, and a 7th. So we're going to name it here, and a 7th behind whatever note we're happen to be on the scale. Okay, so this is a G7 chord. Here's the F7 chord, 1st fret, G7, G sharp 7, A7, 5th fret. Okay, so we can catch majors, minors, and 7ths. Okay, that's off of this E string chromatic scale naming of the notes. Okay, so your first letter is going to be a G and then something, either a major, a minor, or a 7th. These are just the common first 3 things, majors, minors, and 7ths. Okay, but that gets you the E string stuff. Now let's go to the A string stuff. The A string, just as simple. Okay, we're taking the chromatic scale knowledge of our notes. Okay, so we have A, here's a B, here's a C note, here's a C sharp note, here's a D note. Okay, now we're taking that information and we're barring, but the information comes from the A string. Okay, so let's do a minor shape. We'll just start off with a minor. Okay, now we're barred on the 3rd fret, so the 3rd fret, and we're playing an A minor shape, so it's going to catch all our minors. So 3rd fret right here, that's a C note, so we got a C and a minor shape, A minor shape, so it's a C minor chord. Here's a C minor chord. Here's a B minor chord. B minor. Okay, B from right here. Okay, and a minor shape from A minor shape. B minor, C minor, C sharp minor, D minor, 5th fret A minor shape, and that's a D minor. Well, let's see. Hang on. Let's play D minor and check it out with our normal. Hey, what do you know? Same chord. Yep. We can for sure tell it's a D minor chord. Okay? So this gets you all your minors, playing an A minor shape. And then, since it's the A string knowledge, we're A minor. And then we're A7. So this gets all the sevenths. We're just playing an A7 shape. So 3rd fret again. Here's a C7 chord. Let's see, C7 short. Same pitch, okay? So, C7. Here's a B7. 2nd fret. And a 7th chord. Yep, B7. Okay? So there we go. Now, these are the sevenths. Then we got one more. Majors. So we got an A shape. A chord. We're just going to lay this down flat. And the D string, the G, and the B is what we want to lay this down and strike those 3 strings coming out clear. And then we want to have the A string. So don't have your ring finger. Make sure it's not on the A string. Make sure it's down on the D string right here. If you have it up here, then it's not going to work. Okay, so make sure it's there. And this is on the naming. So this is a B chord. B, and it's a major. So B. Here's a C. So it's laying this down. This is the only note that really needs to come out. Okay, sounding clear. This one is in front of this. So this is the important thing, to lay down flat and for these 3 strings to come out. Okay, so the A string, the D string, the G, and the B. Those are the strings that need to come out when you're doing your little strum. If you can't do this, you can do an A chord with 3 fingers and then lay this down here on this A string. Or you can lay it straight across. Okay. So here's a B chord, a C chord, C sharp chord. Here's a D. So we have our bar. We have an E series stuff coming from the E string. Okay, so we have E chord, E minor chord, and an E7 chord. Then we have the A string series of stuff. And we have the A chord this way or that way. Okay, so we have A major. Let's get you all your major chords. Here's a C, here's a D, all that. And then we have an A7 chord, which gets you all your sevenths. And then we have a minor. So play an A minor shape and bar. Now everything's coming up here. So this is a C and then a minor. C minor. Here's a B minor. B flat minor. Okay. This is Barre Chords. Fuller and richer sounds.